It's the final episode of our Cunard Queen Anne Maiden vlog series as we make our way back to Southampton. In this video we have the iconic afternoon tea in the Queen's room. It's gala night and we pay our first visit to the main dining room. We paid for this cruise as a couple over £600 per night, including drinks and speciality dining. Was it worth it, or is a maiden cruise a great big rip-off? So the big questions are, would we do another maiden voyage? And would we sail on Queen Anne again? Stay tuned to find out. After a lovely wander around the cabana on deck 11 and talking to the very friendly staff, we headed to the Queen's room for Cunard's world famous afternoon tea.
So back from afternoon tea. And it was very good, wasn't it, Paulie?
Cunard are legendary for doing afternoon tea.
Yeah.
Now, things on this cruise haven't always gone to plan. But what I can tell you is afternoon tea definitely did. It's still as grand and spectacular. Today was the tea dance format, which we loved because it means that while you're supping on your lovely tea and eating your sandwiches with no crusts on, and your cakes and your scones with jam first, then cream.
Or the other way around.
Other ways round are available. You get to watch people dancing.
So you get to watch this.
Yes. After eating far too much at afternoon tea, we headed back to the cabin to prepare for the second gala night of the cruise.
But we couldn't resist a little stop at the casino. Hey up!
Dance with me, Ken.
He's won.
£1 million!
Yay!
It's a sensational win.
Still winning.
It's up to $16 now. How much is it, Paulie? No.
Well, I got my money back anyway, $20.
You know what they say? Money goes to money. It's still going.
Oh my!
Keep playing that tune.
It's not like thousands, is it? But it's still like...
It's good. $40?
40!
Wow.
Oi. We also stopped by the Queen's room to watch the live performance of Cunard Street.
Chapter 9, the Cunard Yanks.
The Cunard Yanks were a group of young stewards, pantrymen and waiters whose style took their home port of Liverpool by storm in the early 1950s. New York shops were packed with novelties and goods that were like gold dust in Waterloo, Britain.
Right then, it's time for masquerade.
Hey, guess what?
What?
It's me. Leclerc.
Yes, So off to the dining room for gala dinner and see what masquerade night brings on Queen Anne.
Wibbly wobbly?
It's a bit wibbly wobbly. We've just gone around the corner of the top of Spain and we're heading towards the Bay of Biscay. So it is rock and rolly a little bit, so could be an interesting night. So when you cruise with Cunard, your dinner in the main dining room, if you're Britannia class, you can book early or late. Or you can go for freedom dining. So you do have a choice, but you just let them know when you book. As you see, Britannia restaurant is over deck 3 and 2. And let's give you a little look around when we managed to peep in when there was nobody there. So we sat down around about sort of 26 off. Starters here, plates are lovely and hot. Is it hot?
Yeah.
So that's good because there's been lots of complaints about the main dining room. So do you want to dig in, Pauline? So we want to see that we're obviously day 6 now on our cruise where we know the staff have been working really hard and struggling with different challenges. So it's crispy on the top.
Not bad, it's all, yeah.
So Paulie's decided not to have any soup section.
Why decided that, honey?
Because you'll fill up from all your burning afternoon tea. Well, I've got cauliflower soup and it is absolutely delicious. Really, really nice. And it comes with a little, Paul's going to be very jealous now, a little cheesy bit of toast.
Oh, cheesy toast.
So we've all got beef Wellington and I asked for a medium well, which looks perfect. Paul, you asked for medium?
Medium.
Dan asked for rare and his looks perfect too. So you're going to tuck in them, Paulie? Good.
Pretty nice actually, I have to say.
It's really good. But it's warm and it's really hot and everything's good. So far, roast potato. Perfect. So look at this baked Alaska. How awesome does that look? Paul's very jealous because he went for the cheesecake.
Looks banging.
It does. Morello cherries. Oh, look at that.
Why didn't I choose that?
Well, you need to try it.
Why?
Why?
If I hadn't have tried that first, I'd have been happy with my choice. So that's nice, but that's like really well. I love cherries, I don't know.
We've just, as you've seen, had a lovely meal at Britannia restaurant. We were on first sitting, so we got there about just after 5:30. We've had a fantastic service. The food's been hot, and all the issues that have been going on beginning of the week of the Maiden cruise seem to be ironed out, which we're really pleased to see, aren't we?
Really, really pleased.
Yeah.
The staff were fabulous,
Yeah.
and what was lovely is they didn't look stressed.
Yeah.
So
hopefully all those little sort of teething problems are being sorted out. So that was great, wasn't it? Fantastic meal. So thank you all. That was awesome.
why are you thanking them?
Oh, just then the guys.
Oh, no, you're thanking them.
I just feel they've had such a tough week, haven't they? and it's taken a while to get things right, but they got there, so that's brilliant. So we got to the theatre and the front row was empty, wasn't it, boys? Yes!
Get in.
So that's the first time we've been able to get the front row. So, and we wanted to go there because there was a performer called Georgina Jackson. Now, when Mike Doyle, you heard us talk about Mike Doyle, who was a fantastic comedian singer for the first part of the week, we were talking to Georgina up on the pavilion for lunch where we met Mike, and she was a real character, really funny, and she was saying she was putting on the show, and would we be going? And I said, well, yeah, of course, you know, we planned to go anyway, regardless of knowing her. And you know what, we went there, and wow, what a show. Georgina has a residency, doesn't she, at Ronnie Scott's in Soho in London, which is, if you don't know what that is, most people, it's a famous jazz club in London, and she sings, she's funny, and she plays the trumpet and the
Flugelhorn.
Yes. And it was,
I mean, that's funny enough as it is. I play the flugelhorn, and it's like you don't get any better than that.
But she put on a fantastic show, and we were all up on our feet at the end, weren't we? And it was absolutely fantastic, as you can see here.
She always had a plan and a heart, and on those quizzes she tried real hard. What good is melody? What good is music if it ain't possessing something sweet? Woo!
So if you see Georgina Jackson on the programme, or Mike Doyle, as we previously mentioned, make sure you go to see them because they do put on some excellent shows.
Tonight it was the Masquerade Ball, and as we mentioned in previous episodes, the Queen's Room again proved to be far too small, with no seats available and virtually no standing room. So we headed instead to the Golden Lion pub to take on the Masquerade quiz.
Okay, we're going to use 15 or more.
Yay!
And let's jump to 17 or more.
Yay!
Okay. We're just on this side of the room, this side of the room. We'll be back with you in a minute. Our two teams down here. Anybody else in the room with 17 or more? No. Okay, well let's give a big round of applause to our two teams. Fantastic. It's tiebreaker time. Ooh. Okay, here we go then. In what year was Gaston Leroux's novel The Phantom of the Opera published?
So that's our answer.
95? 19.
Oh, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Interesting, okay.
Interesting. What did you put on there?
One team over in the corner.
Our dinner is hot. Yes.
Our dinner was hot. Yes. And they said 1902. Okay. And the team name here we've got Scooby D. Scooby D. Scooby D. It doesn't have to, it's Scooby D. Fabulous. It says 1886. So we have 1886.
Oh, 1886.
Could
I
be
was going to say 1892.
In what year was Gaston Leroux's novel The Phantom of the Opera published? It was 1909, which
Champions, la 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 la.
Do you take wine home? Do you?
we have our masquerade.
You drink red wine, don't you? Yeah, get the red.
At 10, we have our wine pit.
So I've got a bottle of wine in the fridge that I need to take home. Do you know what I mean? So
We have our
we got
full
one and a half.
Irish duo playing some Irish tunes. So stay here if you'd like to enjoy that. Thank you very much. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you.
So what wine is it? Let's show you what you can win in the Golden Lion.
Oh, they said they couldn't get you a Merlot all this time.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, Merlot in the restaurant tonight.
Yeah, we did.
I think twice you.
There you are. Your memories going home with some Merlot.
After our victory in the Masquerade quiz, we stayed in the pub to enjoy the full Irish duo.
And it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. Will I play the wild rover? No, never, no more.
Ooh, harmonising.
Three-part harmony.
Right then, good morning.
Morning all.
It's our last day on board, isn't it, Paul?
Last full day, yeah.
Yeah, so very sad about that because even though we've had some few teething problems, it's turned out to be
Yes, it started off fairly
bumpy.
average, and it's worked its way all the way up to slightly above average.
Anyway, so we're going to head back up to the Artisans Food Hall, which has been our place of preference for breakfast. They do have a good selection. They've got avocado toast and full English and Marmite, so that's exciting.
Donuts,
yes. So we're going to meet the clan, as we call them, in it now.
Well, no, I don't call them that, mate, you do.
Well, but we haven't been able to use much of our balcony yesterday today because it's been windy, and it's still quite windy, and the temperature's cooling a little bit, isn't it? Now we're heading back towards Southampton, but it's still lovely to be at sea. Look at this. Ooh, it is chilly, and a little bit windy, so yes. But there we are. Always sailing out of the UK is you just never know.
Or into the UK.
Yes. So we're going to go and get some breakfast.
Can you show where we are?
Oh yes, let's show you. Because you know me, I love maps. So obviously last night we were coming over here, and the ship was, you could feel the movement, couldn't you, when we were at dinner and just after dinner.
Now this gentleman and ladies, this is the Bay of Biscuits.
It is the Bay of Biscuits, but overnight it's settled down and there is wind out there, but there we actually, you'll see we're here just going over the tip of France back to Southampton, and we should reach Southampton at 6 in the morning.
The TV is not just for maps. Here you can find all sorts of information, including dining, entertainment, frequently asked questions, access to films and TV, how to get onto the Wi-Fi, and you can always keep an eye on how much you are spending on your account. You may remember in episode 3 we had an absolute disaster of a meal in Sir Samuel's. We are pleased to announce that despite getting no feedback or apology for what can only be described as the worst dining experience we have encountered in 53 cruises, we did, however, by the end of the cruise, receive a refund for the meal. After another delicious breakfast in the Artisan Food Hall, we headed to the Grand Lobby, where I got my big pole out to give you a spin around. What's your thought on the Grand Lobby? Leave us a comment to let us know. The Grand Lobby also leads on to the drawing room, the games room and the purser's office, which as you can see is a lovely area that mostly goes undiscovered. The Grand Lobby can be the hub of activity, as you can see here, when it hosted the Maiden cruise map auction and the Queen Anne Choir, featuring our great friends Ken and Lindsay.
It's only $100. Who's going to jump right up? Come on, here we go. 200. 200. I had it made at 200. Who was that? 500. Oh, we jumped to 500. 600. Oh, he's up at 6 at the top. I really up. 600. 700. Who's going to give me 1,000? Come on. We've got $1,000 on the back there. They can't see you up there, so I can promise you there is a young gentleman there. 1,500. We've got 1,500. We've got 1,500. Let's jump again then to 1,700. $2,000 is lady in the back there. This truly is a special chart. I'm not $2,500. Oh, this is exciting. $2,500. $2,750. Right, we're in at $2,750. $3,000. $3,000 we have here right now. This is fantastic. As I say, every
penny helps our charities here. It's your generosity that's helping. $3,000 we have over here. Do we have any advance on $3,000? So what's going to go? I'm going to call 3 times. If we have nobody wave or holler at us, it will go for $3,000. $3,000 going once. $3,000 going twice. $3,000 for a third and final time. Sir, you are!
I close my eyes to light the candle to see for certain what I thought I knew.
We had our final dinner of the cruise in the Artisan Food Hall, where we enjoyed delicious bow buns and spicy prawns. We then went back to our cabin to enjoy a spectacular sunset. Our last stops of the night were spread between the Queen's Room, which once again was incredibly busy to see the fabulous overtures, and the Golden Lion pub for our final catch up with our blogging friends, the Cruise Boys, Ken and Lindsay, and our fabulous travel agents, Dan and Tony. So now let's answer the 2 big questions. Let's start with booking a maiden voyage. There are lots of great things that Queen Anne has to offer, and overall we did have a really good time, but that was definitely enhanced by the friends we were sailing with. The reality is we think this ship was not ready to sail. There were far too many inexperienced staff, not only to Cunard but also new to cruising. The dining situation was an absolute disaster, and when you get a veiled apology letter from the captain, you know things must have been bad. This cruise cost over £600 per night and was definitely bad value for money and has really put us off ever doing a maiden cruise again. This was our 8th cruise on Cunard, so we know how good they can be. As for sailing on Queen Anne again, there were things we really liked and there were things we really didn't. But realistically, you could say that about most ships. But once they've got to grips with the teething problems, we would definitely give Queen Anne another chance if the itinerary and the price was right. We hope you enjoyed our Queen Anne vlog series. Now watch more of our cruising videos here.